Hi, I'm Steven Santilli, Assistant Superintendent at the Egg Harbor Township School District. I'm here today with our next guest, Barbara Sabath from Family Promise of Atlantic County. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we're going to start today and we're just going to focus on your role within the organization.
Okay.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the organization itself and also your role within Family Promise.
Okay. We are an agency in our county which helps homeless children and their families. Our goal is to keep the family intact and to help them get themselves back on their feet as quickly as we possibly can. We have a mission statement that says that for homeless children and their families, we will provide hope, stability, and a future. And that is what we're really after in this program. I have been on the grassroots of this organization since 2013. I was the core group leader, as I was called back then, and then I became the president of the board, and now I am just a board member. But just being a board member means a lot because we are an active board. It's not just a name. Our board members all take an active part. They take an active part in committees, in fundraising, in all aspects, and even in hosting and helping these families.
So something that you mentioned that you said to me, we always tell folks here in education too that you're not just a board member because the work that you're doing is
Right.
really important.
Right.
So let's talk about your role as a board member and also what was your motivation behind the dedication to really focus on homelessness and hunger?
Well, let me address that question first about my motivation. I taught in Absecon Public Schools for 37 years, and as I know you know, I taught kids that were homeless and didn't know it necessarily. I remember one boy particularly who I found out was living in his car. And ever since that moment when I found that out and tried to figure out how we as a school system or our team, our 8th grade team, could help that student, that's been on my heart to help the homeless people. Then through my involvement in my church, we often did things that would reach out to the homeless. But the difference that I've found now with Family Promise is we reach out to children. And being a teacher, an educator, a grandparent, etc., I love children, and if we don't reach out to them, then we have a problem because they are the future. So Family Promise has helped me even reach that goal further and do more and more to help other people, especially families.
Well, you certainly wear a lot of hats, and
Yes.
you know, I think your experiences over the years has brought you kind of down that path to being able to do this very
Right.
important work in our community.
Right.
So thank you for that. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. It's a team effort.
Oh,
It really is
absolutely.
a huge team effort.
Absolutely. Can you also just focus for a minute on Family Promise and talk about the programs that and services that Family Promise would offer to people in need?
Okay, Family Promise, as I said, helps homeless children and their families, and that's the key thing. There has to be a child involved under the age of 18.
Okay.
We keep the family intact, and through a network of congregations and organizations, we provide shelter, hospitality, food, and fellowship for these people in the evenings. During the day, our families are at a day center where they work with a director who is a full-time position, and then they work also with a case manager, which could be part-time, per diem, per case, depends on how we have to run at that particular part. So we get these families in and we work with them. We set goals that are attainable for them. We work with them to get the children back in school if they're not in school. We work with the school systems to provide transportation and identification and different things that we need from the school. We also work with a whole host of volunteers to actually run the program. Probably you would need at least, I would say, 20 to 30 volunteers a week to run the program effectively during a week. And they come from all walks of life. Many of them come from the congregations, but they also come from school systems. They come from the public sector, wherever, where people can have it in their heart that they want to help these people.